It's one of those great getting up mornings. That is the Renaissance. Hi, Steve. How are you?
What do you mean? It's Monday. I was reading an article here on morning radio personalities across the United States. They told the 10 things to do and not to do, and one was to never let them know when you're tired. Okay, Brad.
Okay.
Let's learn that one. Here, we need this song, though, this morning. I think we need to have this one, too.
Okay.
This is your Friday song, but I think we should hear it today, too.
Shall we let it go right now?
Oh, yeah, just let it go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope.
That's it. That's
Ta-da!
what we call the good morning song.
Great Monday. This is a good Monday. Discovery starts again this afternoon on KNDR. A lot of folks are looking forward to that. What had happened was it went off the air because they started charging us for the program. We had some listeners call in and say, what happened to Discoveries? And I said, well, they started charging, and we can't afford to do that. And we had some listeners offer to pay for it. So it's coming back on this afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock, right after the lunch hour, after Speaking About. Wayne Watson, 17 minutes after 7, Love Found a Way. Christ did find a way to come into each one of our hearts. And that's a favorite song of ours, written by Greg Nelson from Bismarck. Some special things coming up in Bismarck, Mandan area this week. The big bridge is opening up. The expressway is opening up this week.
That's
Brad?
tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, the dedication is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11:45. They're going to have the expressway dedication. Steve Kreis is going to be there covering it for the radio station. And then also Dayton's preview for the media is this week, Thursday night. We're going to go to that.
Yeah.
You notice who gets these different things at the station. The manager and his wife get to go to the Dayton's preview. Tricia just absolutely loves Dayton's. Trisha's mother is one of these who, that's the only place she shops is Dayton's. So. And then Trisha, whenever I tell her that I think it might cost a little bit more, they've got a bargain basement or something, some special bargain shop. And she's priced things, and she says that, you go to those good stores, and some of their sale items are cheaper than going to a discount store like Kmart or something. So anyways, Trisha's thrilled to death, and I'm happy to take her, and we'll have fun going to that. So we will definitely on Friday let you know what Dayton's looks like, okay?
It'll be interesting.
It's already July 22nd. Before you know it, the summer will be over.
I was just thinking, I was walking to work this morning, I was walking past one of the schools here, and I thought, oh, the sound of the kids' voices going to school will soon be with us again. Your grandma let us have some donuts last week. We never got a chance to mention them on the air. She made some of the most delicious donuts I've ever had. She made caramel rolls. Oh, my goodness. Now, the truth is that she brought them, did you pick them up or she brought them over?
I went to pick them up.
A whole big container full of them, of which Brad was kind enough to share 4 of those.
No, I brought 6, see, and then I ate 2 before you got here. We only did get 6.
And then we got 6 for the whole staff. Brad had 2. By the time I got here, there were 4 left. I had 2. So the rest of the staff had to scrimp there. We had something funny happen this weekend, too. Tricia was gone to Minneapolis all weekend, and I didn't have the car, and I was babysitting all weekend, which was an interesting experience.
I was going to ask you how you did with just those 2 little girls, and you locked up in that house.
It was interesting. No, we literally, the only thing we did was walk down a couple blocks to the store, and that was about it. But, the TV guide that's in the store this week has soap opera stars on the cover. And so Katie saw it, and she looked up, and on the one, there's this picture of this guy, I don't even know what his name is on the soap opera, but it's on General Hospital. And she looked up and she said, oh, look, Daddy, I know that man. Now, Katie's 2.5 years old. And I said, you do? Who is that? And she said, that's the man on one of Mommy's shows. And I said, oh, really? What show is that? And she said, General Popsicle. She's a sweetie.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, let's get to something a little more edifying here. We've got, from the Earthen Vessels album, a wonderful song, Be Not Afraid, and then we'll have the hymn of the day on KNDR-FM 105. Tell stories about either what our kids or our wives say. After that story about General Popsicle, the other one I was telling Brad was the other day we were in the car. I think it was Saturday, a week ago Saturday. We were in the car. when Dr. McGee was on. You know, Dr. McGee on Through the Bible? He kind of talks like this with a southern accent, you know.
This is Dr. J. Vernon McGee.
Right.
Like that.
Well, it was on, and Katie heard it, and Katie said, "Listen, Daddy, Andy Griffith's on the radio." My child is getting too mediaized. That's all. You know, we got to do something about that right away.
Love that.
Well, Brad, we have some milk chocolate Dakota Sun bars to give away this week. We're real excited about that. The gentleman, Jesse Harold, who makes these in Bismarck, is going to be on the program tomorrow morning, I believe, on our morning show to talk about these, how they're made, how he got the idea. And these are available throughout the area. I've seen them in different stores. But we've got a whole bunch of them here, and we're going to give away 2 of these candy bars to our 6th caller, who's going to answer our Bible quiz question this morning. Now, Brad, you have tasted these.
I have tasted those. What was it, last week when we got them in? Boy, they are really good. They honestly are good, and they're sort of a natural type candy bar.
Well, they've got sunflower seeds mixed with the milk chocolate, and when I first saw that, I'm not real excited about nuts or sunflower seeds in candy bars. I never was that kind of a person, but these are really good.
They really are.
We're going to give 2 of these candy bars, and to the 6th caller, that person has to come up here to the station and pick them up, though, because they're pretty heavy and they'd kind of get squished in the mail or something, so we wouldn't want to do that. So the 6th caller who answers this question correctly can come on up and pick up those 2 candy bars. You ready? Who prayed 3 times a day at an open window? Who prayed 3 times a day at an open window? This is in the Old Testament. Take the 6th caller at 663-2345. Okay, from Daniel 6, verse 10, it reads, "Now when Daniel knew that the document was signed, he entered his house. Now in his roof chamber he had windows open toward Jerusalem. And he continued kneeling on his knees 3 times a day, praying and giving thanks before his God, as he had been doing previously." Daniel 6, verse 10. Daniel is a person who prayed 3 times in front of an open window. So congratulations again to Scott Echoberry. 4 minutes before 8, weather forecast next, followed by Insight for Living. Brad has more music at 9:30. We hope that you all have a Jesus-filled day and that you take that love of Jesus and pass it on.
I like that. 7 minutes after 3, Amy Grant and Brad Bales is here. Come on, Brad. Here, Brad.
You know, it was exactly this time last week that
You're right. You were still here at this time last week.
That's right.
You've been here since 5:30 this morning. Why would you still be here now?
Well, I've just finished. I'm ready to go home, and there's just a few extra things to do on Friday, so it takes me a little bit longer. But I like Fridays. I just enjoy the way things are. I think people are different, and they sort of
they kind of relax a little bit, and we wind down now.
Eat pizza. No.
Yes, you had pizza for lunch, and you left me out. The entire staff got together to eat pizza, but they didn't invite me until it was too late.
Yes, you had already eaten, so we didn't.
I had my tuna salad, which I appreciated. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but now you've made me hungry for pizza. So guess what we're having at our house tonight?
Pizza?
No, leftover tuna salad. I hope your cold gets better. That's all I have to say, because you're emceeing the concert on Monday night, 7:30. We're giving tickets away, 2 tickets away yet this afternoon, and I think 1 more tonight, and then that's it. No more ticket giveaways, so you better rush on over and get some, okay? Brad, you better rush on home.
Yeah, I'm heading home right now.
You want me to send some tuna salad with you?
No, that's okay. Maybe some other time, though.
Okay, have a Jesus-filled weekend, okay?
Thank you.
Here's
You
Roger
too.
McDuff. Connie Scott, produced by Greg Nelson. Don't forget Greg Nelson Music Show coming up at 4:30 this afternoon. Right now I'd like to give away a ticket for the David Meese concert. He's coming September 16th. These are tickets that everybody's been calling for. But we've got to give you a little Bible quiz here first, don't we? Let's see if we can find a good question. What do you think, an easy one or a hard one? We don't want to make it too hard. Okay, we're going to take the 10th caller at 663-2345. This isn't too bad, okay? What did Abel do for a living? Remember in the Old Testament? What did Abel do for a living? 10th caller, 663-2345. Before you, but we're really happy that you got it, okay?
Thank you.
Here's the question. What did Abel do for a living?
raise sheep.
That's right. He was a keeper of sheep. Very good. Did you just know that, or did you have to look it up?
My husband told me.
Well, you've got a very smart husband.
Yep.
You better share the ticket with him, okay?
Okay.
What are you doing now? You getting supper ready, or what?
Just getting ready to sit down.
What are you going to have?
Oh, cucumbers and tomatoes and lots of things.
Well, have fun and enjoy it, okay?
Thank you.
We'll send you the ticket, Nancy.
Bye.
Nancy Miller from Mandan, our winner, and let's look that one up because the folks I talked to had it wrong. Got one person who said he was a fisherman, and we had two people who said that he was a tiller of the ground, but that's his brother. Look in Genesis chapter 4, verse 2. Abel was a keeper of flocks, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Okay? Genesis 4, verse 2. And tonight they're going to be giving away another David Meese tape, and then next week, of course, we've got lots more tickets to give away, so we want you to make sure to stick around for that. My goodness, I don't understand what people see in that. Lila, do you like that song?
Not particularly.
I don't either, but it gets requested every night on Request Hour. I shouldn't say I don't like that. People won't like that, right?
All right.
The kids must like that.
My kids do.
Yeah, your kids do like it, but you don't, right?
Right.
Too much barking for me. You can get that at the neighbor's house, right?
Right.
Lila Moore is on the phone, and Lila answered the question correctly. She was the seventh caller. Lila, who wrestled with God and won?
Jacob.
That's right, found in Genesis chapter 32. And what are you doing tonight, Lila?
My husband and I hold services at the industrial school, and we're going to be holding services there tonight for the kids at the school.
Well, that is really neat. That's an exciting ministry, I bet.
Yeah, it really is. We go every Friday night.
What time do you go out there?
From 7 to 8.
Well, we wish you the best.
Okay.
And the cassette will be up here. You can pick it up anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Lila Moore. And let's look that up in Genesis chapter 32. Let's look around from verse 24 to 30, actually. Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until daybreak. And it goes on to say that, he wrestled, I've seen God face to face, yet my life has been preserved. And he did win that wrestling match. Genesis chapter 32, it's a great story. Read it. 32 verses 24 to 30. That's the Imperials, 8 minutes after 7. And you're being pretty nice to me tonight. We've got about 10 requests and a wide variety of music. Right now we've got Stephanie Busada. Coming up is Kenneth Copeland, the kids' song Hallelujah, and much more. David Meese, Dion, Germs the Invisible Dog. So stay tuned to Request Hour.